In a previous video of the Champions League semi-final first leg, we talked about how PSG's false nine system played a huge role in their win over Arsenal. But now, it's Arsenal's turn to flip the script. In this video, we dive into the second leg and see how Arsenal borrowed a page from PSG's own playbook and used it against them. Let's get into it. In this sequence, Arsenal are building up from the back, but what really stands out is the constant movement in midfield and attack. They keep rotating players in the final third. At first, PSG are able to stick with their markers, but once Merino drops into midfield as a false nine, things start to fall apart. That creates a local overload, and João Neves is left trying to defend a 1v2. And that's exactly how you break a high press, by creating dilemmas and forcing the opponent to make tough choices. Now, you might be wondering, why doesn't the PSG centre-back just follow Merino when he drops deep? Well, here's the thing. At that moment, Arsenal have four players pinning PSG's backline. Along with the two wingers and Odegaard in midfield, there's also a surprise name popping up in the half-space, right-back Jurrien Timber. Timber's aggressive positioning is a key part of Arteta's game plan. He constantly pushes up into that right half-space, often overlapping with Soccer, and puts serious pressure on PSG's backline. Because of that, the centre-back marking Merino can't follow him into midfield. Stepping out would completely break their defensive shape. With Timber pushing all the way into the front line, Kvaratskhelia is forced to track back, which leaves Fabian Ruiz and João Neves in yet another 1v2 situation. So naturally, PSG start losing numbers in midfield, and that opens the central lane for Arsenal to play through with ease. What's interesting is how much this mirrors PSG's own tactics. Just like we talked about in the PSG false nine video, a successful false nine system depends on flexible rotations. When the striker drops deep, someone else has to take over the job of pinning the backline. And here, Arsenal's false nine setup feels very PSG-like. So how do PSG try to respond? Luis Enrique makes a bold adjustment. He has Kvaratskhelia drop way deeper, sometimes not even pressing at all. In certain phases, he even joins the backline, forming a back five. The idea is to hold the backline with a 5-2-3 shape, close down the midfield channels, and match Arsenal man-for-man in dangerous zones. That way, they can at least stop the ball from reaching the central targets cleanly. On top of the formation changes, PSG know exactly what happens when a fullback pushes high. It leaves space behind. And they waste no time taking advantage of it. Their second goal is a perfect example. It all starts with an error in Arsenal's build-up. Kvaratskhelia picks up the loose ball and immediately drives into the space Timber leaves as he pushes high up the pitch. He gets all the way to the edge of the box before Arsenal can recover. Timber's still scrambling to get back, and under pressure, Kvaratskhelia cuts it back with a clever reverse pass. If Timber had made it back in time, maybe the ball doesn't fall to Hakimi at the top of the box. But it does, and what a finish. Hakimi scored a beautiful goal. At this point, it's pretty much game over.